Yeah, we should take a look at what is happening in Manipur. And there was an interesting observation by this CJI. He said that when the status report was submitted and you had Advocate Gonsalves representing the Kuki side making the arguments, there was an interesting statement from the CJI. He said that don't make this as a platform to escalate the violence. So he said that we have given you a hearing, but don't make this into a platform to escalate the violence that is already present in Manipur. So that has become a sort of worry as far as we know. But then another issue also that has come to light, especially when it comes to the issue about Manipur, is that he also said that law and order in Manipur should be maintained by the state government and the government. So it is the government's duty to maintain that. Basically saying that one of the pleas was for the urgent intervention of the court to maintain law and order. So the court, of course, saying that we are very powerful, but we do draw our line when it comes to the issue about the executive powers, and when it comes to issues of judiciary powers, and when it comes to the legislative powers. So it doesn't want to overstep it. And right now, what as a response the government has given when it comes to Manipur is that they are saying that normalcy is returning to Manipur, is what the government has claimed as of now.
3 women face FIR for terming the state guilty. Take a look at this. An FIR has been registered in Imphal against 3 members of a fact-finding committee, including CPI leader Annie Raja, who had termed the violence in Manipur state-sponsored. Apart from Raja, the other members are Nisha Sidhu from the NIFW and lawyer Diksha Dwivedi. The sections charged include conspiracy to commit offences and provocation with intent to cause riot, amongst others. But Indian Express has put out, this little piece. It says the Manipur government has come out with this data, which says most deaths in Imphal are taking place in Imphal West and East and in Churachandpur. They've got a little map. I'll just show it to the viewers as well. But the deaths across state, Imphal West, 29 deaths. In Bishnupur, 18 deaths. In Kakching, 21 deaths. Churachandpur, 26 deaths. Chandel has the 1 death. Kangpokpi has 8. Imphal East has recorded 29 deaths. Thobal district, 4 deaths, and Tengnupal districts is again another 4 deaths. Beautifully done a map here for many people to understand. This is data as on the 4th of July. So we're already about 7 days late here, about a week late here. But I mean, that's the problem with data collection as well, Varghese. For the viewers, take a look at this map where the government has put out data, and it says that, most of the deaths are taking place in West and East Imphal and in Churachandpur. So you can see Imphal West up there on the bottom, on the top left, and then you also have Kangpokpi, Imphal East, again 29 deaths, and Kakching 21. So Imphal West, Imphal East, you've got Kakching, Churachandpur, again 26 deaths. So these are your prime hotbeds of violence. On the other hand, the Supreme Court has said on Manipur, but something that you said, that this platform cannot be used as a political platform, and especially a platform that is being used to escalate violence. Yesterday we were talking about quadcopters. Today we are talking about how most of the deaths are taking place in West and East Imphal, in Churachandpur. The government is now slowly coming out with this data. But the 3 women facing FIR for terming the state guilty, they had called whatever was happening in the Tenua state as a state-sponsored violence. What's your take on this? Where are we headed from here?
Well, it was a statement that was made by Ani Raja in Kochi, if I am not wrong. And that statement was made to a specific audience as well. And I've just got the Hindu's article on that. Senior Communist Party CPI leader Ani Raja said in Kochi on Saturday, the statement was made, that the ongoing disturbance in Manipur was state-sponsored and that the government had failed to quell the violence. Ms. Raja, who was part of a 3-member team that visited the violence-hit regions and the relief camps, alleged that the situation in Manipur was grim and that the relief camps lacked even basic facilities for women and children. So this was part of their team that had gone to visit the place, and then this strong statement coming in from Ani Rajan. Of course, the case has been taken against her and probably the 2 others who had gone for that fact-finding as such. So
what do you make of CJI Chandrachud's statement?
Well, as I said, CJI Chandrachud doesn't want to step through certain red lines in the sense that, see, it is not the Supreme Court, unless there is an extraordinary situation.
Well, it is an extraordinary situation.
Say that,
no,
when I'm saying an extraordinary situation, Kabir, we should say that there are some situations in which you have to draw the red line. Now here the case, there is a proper process happening, that the center is involved in this, trying to bring in peace. The state government is also trying to put in as much as effort as possible to get in peace. You have the courts in Manipur also involved in this. Recently you had the partial lifting of the internal, the internet ban. Yeah. And then you have the pleas are being heard in the Supreme Court. So when you talk about intervention, there is already 2 mechanisms of the government working already. You have the executive function already there. So it doesn't look like the judiciary should overstep and complicate the situation with the executive. So they're letting the executive to function as fast as possible, and probably that is what he was trying to say when he says that the Supreme Court is very powerful but doesn't want to cross that red line unnecessarily, basically. So right now when he says that, please see, the process of law is happening, so let the process of law happen. I mean, they have been given a platform to air their concerns. The Supreme Court judges are hearing it. After that they will come to a conclusion whether to intervene or not, but till then it shouldn't be used as a platform for mudslinging and playing local politics is what they're, because there's a larger impact. The larger issue is that why we are not able to bring peace even now. So those roadblocks need to be first removed, to get both the community leaders on a peace table. So I think that is the focus right now, and therefore right now the Supreme Court doesn't want to complicate the situation by meddling with the executive's already initiated initiatives.
Well, the indiscriminate firing certainly needs to stop. How do we get to peace? I'm not even going to trivialize the situation by saying that we need peace. Peace is paramount, because everybody knows that. We're all just trying to understand how to get to that particular point.